Whoa, I'm live, and James P. Madonna just got knocked out of the hangout, but he'll be back. We are here on Fandango Friday. European beers. He was about to tell me something. He said, and then, well, sometimes people get kicked out of the yard on stream. Yard. So we'll have to see what happens. Anyway, we have European beers. And what European beer did I pick? I did. I picked a Spaten Optimator. This is a 12-ounce bottle. This is imported from Germany. Bucky Den said, "What's up?" Chilling, drinking a bud. Captain Bailey's Adventures says, "Yeah, beer and something else." And Cindy B says, "Hey, are you drunk?" I am. No, I am not. All right, so you got bounced out a little bit. These things happen with the yard of streams.
I did get bounced off. Do I have to be logged into YouTube, Google, Gmail with this or no?
No. It's just that people get bounced on this platform a lot. So
yeah, apparently.
Got a lot of glitches. Now, Captain Bailey's Adventure says, laughing out loud. Moshing Fanger says, Spaten Optimator is a really good drinking Bitburger Pilsner. Now, my bottle says, and so here we are on Fandango Friday.
Hold on. 7 lucky bells.
Start them again. Start them.
Chase those evil spirits away.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. It is the Fandango Friday hat, or it could be a Thundering Thursday hat, depending on what you want to do. Oh, you shaved your goatee off. I just noticed it.
Yes, clean now. Clean.
Yeah, I thought you were going to put braids in it like Blackbeard the Pirate, like that movie.
Well, people said that. I never said that. Okay.
Red ribbons. Von Ribbentrop.
My daughter bought me some beard balm in a tin, and I said I won't shave it till I use all the beard balm up. Well, last Thursday, the balm was gone, and then on Sunday, the scissors cut off the beard. Okay.
I see beard balm. What exactly is it? Just like a moisturizer?
Sort of like seemed like a cross between wax and a lotion.
Oh, like the handlebar mustache, beeswax.
It won't do that thing. It's like I said, a cross between wax and lotion, sort of like a beard conditioner. It's a balm, balm.
Yeah, so, it takes the frizz out of beards.
Yeah, it made it very shiny and easy to manage. But alas, those days are over for the foreseeable future. Now, Spaten Optimator. This beer is imported to the United States. I don't even think it's sold by Spaten in Germany. It's best by November of 2019. It says Spaten Optimator. This company, Spaten, was founded in Munich, Germany in 1397.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is what we call a Doppelbock, a double Bock. Bock means goat beer. Goats will kick you. This is a double goat beer, so it's got double the kick. It's 7.6% alcohol, and it says Spatenbrau, Munich, Germany, München, Germany, and Bavaria, Bern, and it's a malt liquor. Malt liquor, always malt liquor. This could be part of the malt liquor project. Now, James P. Madonna of New Jersey has something tonight.
Yes, I do. I have Schneider Weiss original Weissen Ale. Let me get the magnifying glass so I can give you the details.
Yes, I've had that Schneider Ice.
Okay, Schneider Weiss, G. Schneider and Son, with a picture of a guy with a beard. Tap number 7, original German Hefe Weissen Ale, 5.4% alcohol by volume, and let's see, of course, product of Germany. And what do we have here? The world famous original wheat ale from Bavaria's oldest wheat beer brewery. Carefully selected ingredients. What else are they going to say? Yeah, haphazardly selected, right? Skilled fermentation in open vessels, as well as fermentation and maturation in the bottle, guaranteed the distinctive taste of this authentic wheat ale. And it's Schneider Weiss, G. Schneider and Son, Kelheim, Germany, blah, 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 blah. And it has Bayer Ritchie's beer. I don't know. It's got some kind of symbol.
Yes, I've seen that crazy looking symbol. Okay, now I'm going to read a few comments. Drewski Brewski says, Ronald, let's get the riot started. Cheers. Ruku's Beer says, hi, Ron. Ruku here. Hey, Ruku, you could join us. You know, you could join us. Just tuned in. Good evening, guys, says John Mukarin. He says, are you guys doing wheat beers? No, Ruku. We're just doing any European beer. Now, I've had that Schneider Weiss, but it's been many years. That's, you know what a Hefeweizen is, James?
No. The word Hefe, no, please.
Okay. Weizen is wheat. Hefe means with yeast. So it's a yeasty wheat beer. They leave the live yeast in the beer, so it's fermenting while it's in the bottle. Now, when you get to the bottom of that bottle, the last 5 to 10%,
yeah,
a very hard swish, and then pour it in. It's going to add a lot of live yeast to your concoction, your beer.
Okay, so this is an ale. Oh, look at the interesting effervescence. It's nice and dark brown and thick and cloudy, and I like the way the
bubbles.
It's almost like an air stone at the bottom of an aquarium. The way it's slowly gushing upward like a geyser.
Yes, I'm seeing that. I can see it very clearly on the high definition StreamYard.
Yes. That's true. Ooh, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And the smell.
Megan Lockhart says, greetings from California, USA. Ruku says, I'm going to get back to you. Ruku said, I'd love to join you, but it's 12 a.m. here, Ron. Next time you do a live review, let me know, and I will happily join you guys. Okay, I'll be glad to do that. I'm sipping Natural Light tonight, says John Mukarin. Okay, it's been around for 42 years. Now, what do you get on the smell, James? I have a funny feeling you're going to give me some interesting aromas.
You know what? It reminds me a lot of that other German beer that begins with an A. What is it? Artissimus, or the one you like? That exotic name.
Aventinus. Aventinus.
Aventinus has a floral bouquet and also a floral flavor, not as pronounced as Aventinus, but it's there. It is there, and I like it, to be honest with you.
Was it real expensive, or you got a good deal on it?
Good deal. Good deal, like a few bucks. I like it. You know, these imported wheat beers and ales definitely have the domesticated ones beat, definitely, and I like it. So far, the German wheat beers and ales surpass what is it? The Belgian one, Blue Moon.
Yeah, Belgian style wheat beer. Yeah.
Yeah. No, these are better, and I mean, just look at it. I mean, yeah. Between this and the Aventinus and all the German wheat beers from some of the oldest breweries in the world are definitely pleasurable, floral bouquet and flavor. excuse me, and full-bodied, and that thick effervescence, that geyser like a gushing, is very appealing to the eyeball.
Now, I agree. I'm not a big wheat beer fan myself, but if you like it, that's what counts. And I don't hate them. I'm going to look at some history for you for a moment for the Schneider.
Yeah, it's not my first pick in a beer-like substance, but I wanted to choose something different and unique, and wheat beers seem to go well with the hot dog day weather of summer, dog days of summer, the hot weather. Very refreshing. But anyway, go ahead with your educational input.
No, I'm listening. You say you are very refreshed by it. They said that by 1872, the Weiss beers were threatened by extinction because other styles were taken over. So they said two entrepreneurs by the name of George Schneider and George Schneider II started producing this Schneider Weiss that kind of kept the style going. Now they had George Schneider III, who died in 1905. Goes on and on. Mathilda Schneider, who died 47 years ago.
Matilda Schneider? Waltzing Matilda?
Yeah, Mathilda. It says she keeps it going. And then there's George Schneider IV, who was born in the year 1900 and died 29 years ago.
Hey, what's going on? They said that they're supposed to be preserved by their magic elixir.
And then the current guy who's running it, they call him the conductor, George Schneider V. And also the young one, George Schneider VI, he was born only 54 years ago, so it's a family operation.
A young Schneider. It's like the Young Rascals from the 1960s rock. Young Schneider.
Yeah, and they're showing the young guy, George VII. He's running it now. He's the kid, you know. The kid.
Yeah. I like the way you spell the right wing. That's very clever. You should get like a Confederate officer's hat. You know, the gray hat with the yellow. What is it? The scrambled eggs around it.
Yeah.
Just to piss people off on the internet.
Yeah, if I was a statue, they'd try to tear me down. Now,
I'll say there, son. I'll say, what kind of hat are you wearing? I know, Chicken Hawk.
Now, I'm not going to read Drewski's comment. Now, okay, let's see. You guys going to remix the beer? Well, James is going to do the swish and pour. Now, Motion Finger says, have you had Celebrator Doppelbock? I'm probably spelling it wrong, but a very good. Oh, yeah. That's one of the best beers in the world, in my opinion. And the Salvatore is a fabulous one, too, from Paulaner.
What's it called? Celibacy Doppelbock?
No, Iyinger Celebrator.
Oh, Celebrator. Oh.
Yeah. John New Karen says a lot of fall beers are coming out. You're right, and I have some in my fridge. 47 Straight says, howdy, y'all.
Howdy.
I'm sipping on a Coors Light while cleaning the homestead.
Listen, folks, everybody in cyberspace, listen up. Fandango Friday has very relaxed rules. So if you happen to have a fermented beverage on hand, or if your hands happen to be somewhere else, but you're welcome to join. You know, it's not the theme is not set in stone with Fandango Friday.
Right. What we're doing. But the main focus tonight is European beers. This is not like wound up. This is not like Wound Up Wednesday.
Yeah, but then we don't want to like ostracize folks. You know, we want people.
You know, you see what I'm saying? Like Wednesday is kind of like buttoned down. You know.
And now, I'm off the air. Oh, by the way, now it's time for Michael so-and-so. What is the date on that beer?
I know that used to drive you crazy. And but anyway, but
Yes, I'm doing a little satire.
Parody.
And now you're an Australian. Hey, put another shrimp on the barbie, mate.
Oh, the snap won't hold now.
Now you got the Outback look.
Yeah. Cheers to Friday, folks, as Craft Beer Pours. Hey, Craft Beer Pours, and congratulations on the new baby. And we'd like to see people being fruitful and multiplying.
Well, when you're ready for it, not haphazardly multiplying, like just like some folks out there in America, just like banging out babies left and right.
Yeah, well, Americans are not very fecund because they the only way our population is growing these days is from importation. We don't have enough self-perpetuation, unfortunately. Craft beer. Oh, wait, let's see. Okay, I already read that. Okay, so now I'm going to describe my beer, and I don't know if you did the swish and pour yet.
Swish and pour is what? When you do a circular motion and then pour it?
You get down to the bottom, because there's dregs at the bottom of that beer where you have living yeast. And if you do a hard swish and you pour it in, it's going to drop a grayish cloud down into that beer.
You mean like the last inch of the bottle's contents?
Exactly.
Oh, I got it now.
You'll see. All right.
Okay. So I'll wait until it's about an inch to the bottom, and then.
Yeah. I just want to give people some more loud.
Oh, is that a rattle for like voodoo rituals?
I bought it in Mexico. It's from Mexico. It's a tourist item,
Oh, I thought you were gonna have some petrified, dried black chicken foot or some kind of Cajun. New Orleans voodoo talismans or something.
I'm not Roman Castavets. Hey, I can't hear you. You're in Dubrovnik. No, my beer is not a Hefeweizen. It is a lager, so it's bottom fermented. Yours is top fermented. Mine is very dark, and it smells like dark raisins. It smells like raisins. It smells, and it doesn't use raisins, folks. This beer uses 4 ingredients: water, barley malt, hops, and yeast. Only 4 ingredients: water, barley malt, hops, and yeast. And from those 4 ingredients, we get all these rich flavors. Raisin, dark German black bread, a lot of cream. Don't doubt me. I'm talking about cream that you would have in coffee. A heavy body for sure, medium to heavy. It's got bitterness at the end of the sip, so the hops give it bitterness. And it's rich. This thing is so rich, you could never drink more than one. Now, you could make a mistake and drink a 500 milliliter bottle, which is 16.9 ounces. You would feel it without any shadow of a doubt, and it would be very unwise to get in a vehicle and drive at that point. The 12 ounce, you might be okay. 16.9, I would never recommend it. So this is a great beer, but I've had Germans tell me we can't even get it in Germany. It's only sold to America, which is outrageous. And I'm going to say one more thing, or 2 more things. James P. Madonna, you've probably never had Optimator, right?
No, I've never had that, but I want to ask if anybody out there has ever had something called Hoptopus, which has the most clever label of any craft beer. It's a hop with octopus tentacles coming out of it.
That is interesting. I've never had it. Now, one more thing. The second thing about Optimator. You will be very interested to know, James P. Madonna, of Progressive Discussions. Here I am at Write, W-R-I-T-E, like you're writing, wing. I want to tell you that this company, founded in 1387, has been purchased by another company called Anheuser-Busch InBev, and I thought you'd be curious to know that.
Wonderful. Gee, that's just fine and dandy to hear.
The empire keeps gobbling them up.
Yeah, it's like Darth Vader. That's what they are. or Jeff Bozo Bezos, who South Park did a satire of Amazon and a fictitious strike that went on, and Jeff Bezos was an alien with a big bald head with veins pulsating, and he didn't speak. His voice came, you know, like Star Trek, you know, like the other.
Yeah. I'm going to score this beer. I'm going to score this beer a 97 out of 100, 9.7 out of 10. It is great. It's fabulous. I paid $1.59 for the single. You can get you can get a whole 6-pack for about $9.99, $8.99. It's a fabulous value, even though it's owned by. Now it doesn't bother me, you know, I don't care. But James takes issue with that. But they do a fabulous job even today. I guess they figured don't kill the goose that's laying the golden egg.
Well, it's the chemicals that bothers me with the big macros, the chemicals, the preservatives. I like to see the old world style forms.
No chemicals, no preservatives with this item. It's the Reinheitsgebot, the German purity law. So
that sounds like an interesting word.
Yeah, Reinheitsgebot. All right, now what do you score your Schneider Weiss?
Sounds like something the Fräuleins do in Oktoberfest. Anyway, as you could see, it still looks very appealing. This wheat ale, in American terms, I will score the Schneider Weissen ale a 95% out of 100.
So you're enjoying it.
Yes, but it's not the best one I've ever had, but it's pretty close to it. So,
and folks, if you're gluten intolerant, you would not, and I repeat, not want to drink a beer full of all that wheat. Because the next day you would realize what you had done.
Yeah, well, the gluten, I believe, is in you know, this, I'm using the correct word, is in the endosperm of the grain of the wheat, which is the starchy part that contains the protein. And you got the bran, you got the germ, and the endosperm. So I believe the gluten is in the endosperm, which is what it's called.
I know a store here. There's a store in this town that sells what they call Vital Wheat Gluten. You can buy a box of Vital Wheat Gluten.
Well, you know that the Shaolin monks of China, the vegans that practice veganism because of their religion, Buddhism, whatever, they make a mock, instead of tofu, they also make certain meat substitutes out of gluten. They prepare gluten in a certain way. The Japanese, I think, call it seitan, S-E-I-T-A-N, and it's a prepared gluten from wheat. You know, you people, just like you people would notice that in Asia, not to digress, but all soybean consumed is in a fermented form. They never just eat raw or cooked boiled soybean. So yeah, so it's a prepared gluten. So rootin' tootin' gluten.
Well, this beer is filling me up. It is so rich. I would never dream. Now look, when I went to Deutsch's house in New Orleans, and my uncle and them, and we go to something called Oktoberfest, and then in the spring we go to Volksfest. You can get the Optimator on draft, and they'll pour these huge glasses of it. Well, whoo, my face was feeling flushed.
You know what I might just do? I got a whole mess of bratwurst prepared with German Bock beer at Trader Joe's. I might just throw a couple of those jumbo bratwursts on the cast iron skillet and have a, even though I went to the buffet today, I'm still relatively full, but you know, it was good. It was good. Now, what I'm supposed to do is shake it vigorously, right?
Do the swish, not shake, but like swish it back and forth. Yeah.
like I was shaking the bell. Beep, beep, beep.
Very aggressive, very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
And
very aggressive. Like you were with a gold digger and need to punish her.
Right. Don't be passive aggressive. Be just
pour it right in, right?
Aggressive. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Oh. No, just my damn name. The only thing with this StreamYard is your name blocks a part of your screen. There we go. All right, this is what's happening now.
Like Archie Bunker said, this is what's happening. And this is what's happening. No, he said
instead of Clint Eastwood, he said Clint Westwood, by the way, George Archibald. Archibald, hey, little Goyle, hey, little Goyle.
Yeah, he said, this is going on, and this is going on. That's what he said. All right.
Yeah, when he used to get very upset.
He got mad because Lionel was sitting on a couch with his brother's daughter, his niece.
Oh my God, yeah, Lionel. And then remember when Archibald Bunker got the lawn jockey for the front of his yard?
No.
And yeah, there was an episode where he says all the rich people have this in front of their house. It shows class. It's not me. It's Norman Lear.
Yeah, I grew up with those around here. Very common in this area, in fact. Not to mention a lot of other stuff. All right. Do you see any cloudiness from the Swish and Pour?
Oh, I see cloudiness.
It got very turbid, huh?
Yeah, it's like shaking up the muck at the bottom of a lake.
Yeah, look at that mud. That looks like the Mississippi River.
Yeah, it's
now I don't know whether it changed the aroma and the flavor, but it might have made it richer. People say the live yeast is good for you when you consume it.
Well, I use the nutritional brewer's yeast from Trader Joe's all the time in my drink. It is a very healthy. It's a fungi, to be honest with you. It's a fungi, and you have to be a fungi to appreciate it. But a fungi is neither a plant or an animal. It's actually a cross between the two. Mushrooms, yeast, things of that nature.
Yes, and I remember that movie from 1963 called The Attack of the Mushroom People.
What about Soylent Green? You remember Soylent Green?
Yeah, with Charlton Heston, and he yelled out at the end of the movie. Soylent Green is people.
People. Where were they feeding homeless people to the homeless? They were making like homeless chow out of the homeless or something. I forgot.
They were doing some very nasty things. Okay.
It's almost as bad as this movie that where they were making salami and sausage out of victims.
Motel Hell.
Yeah, well, then there was the Little Shop of Horrors, but that was funny, when they were killing the winos and cutting them up to feed the plant. Feed me, I'm hungry.
Yeah, Feed Me Seymour. And then they had Eating Raoul.
Eating Raoul. Throwing the winos in head first. Poor winos.
That was with Mary Warrenoff. All right, well, what do you think about it? Did it change it, or is it the same old thing?
No, it made it richer, thicker, more full-bodied, more yeasty, like you said. Just like you predicted, it's definitely more yeast and even more floral.
I'm always doing the Swish and Pour. Now, what a lot of people say about Hefeweizens is that you'll get bubble gum and maybe bananas and coriander in it, but I don't know. You may not.
Somebody detected coriander, bananas, and bubble gum, all three?
In Hefeweizens.
Are those the same people that do an hour show on Pop-Tarts and Hot Pockets? Is that the same?
Yeah, I don't know, but I've detected those three things in some of the Hefeweizens I've had.
You got really sophisticated taste buds if you could detect those three things.
I have from time to time, not every time.
Bready, it's better than hearing the word crackery. Breadiness. I rather hear those other words than crackery breadiness.
Well, I'm the one that started all that crackery bread in this.
Oh, you started that.
Yeah, I started all that. Okay, let's see some more comments. Ruku said, "Hey Ron, I noticed your beard has gone, and 54 is no age to die." You're right. FACP says, "Having a New Belgium Emperor, not a lot of flavor." Oh, sorry to hear that. I wasn't adoring it. I didn't adore it, but I didn't dislike it. Drewski Brewski says, "I'm drunk, just having fun with y'all. Love y'all. Cheers." Okay. Motion Finger says, "I'll have to see if my webcam will work. I would love to join one day. I got me a couple of Doppelbock beers, but switching to Coors Banquet, got the Boddington's Pub Ale to try. Never had it. Well, I like Boddington's Pub Ale from merry old England. Yeah, you can
have Boddington's. I mixed it with Woodpecker hard apple cider from England too.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll have to do English ales. I could get the reserve. What's that stuff called? The Abbott Ale. Abbott Ale.
Abbott, and it has to do with a church, right?
And it's got an Abbott. It has an Abbott on there.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Abbott and Costello. Hey,
no.
Abbott. No, it has to do with the church.
And I could get Wexford cream stout, cream ale, Wexford cream ale. Oh yeah, that sounds like a good English beer. Sounds like something that would be right up my bowling alley. All right, Ruku says, "I just bought a Paulaner Salvador Doppelbock, and he will be reviewing it soon." That is a beautiful beer. Swish and Pour always makes for different taste. And he says, laughing out loud, the chicken foot. Ron sounds like...
I guarantee. Now, the Samuel Smith would be the name of an English, an old English ale company, right? Samuel Smith?
Definitely.
Yeah. And then, of course, Newcastle Brown Ale, which a certain someone with the last name of Coulter says is total garbage. It's crap. I mean, obviously people loved it for this long, so they must be doing something right.
Been on the market for 92 years. Well,
yeah.
If he doesn't like it, you know. John Mulcairn says, "Ron sounds like a rattlesnake." And Ruku says, "Is the German purity law you speak of?" Yes. FACP Monitoring says, "Ron, sounds like a good beer. Are those on sale at Mathern's, or did you get it elsewhere?" I'm tuning in late. Actually, I bought it at Mathern's this week. It was $1.59 for the single, and I would highly recommend it. Ruku says, "Not another InBev beer. That is cheap." I think he's trying to say. "Have you had limoncello?" says Motion Finger. No, I haven't.
Yes, you'll never ever see us doing an hour show about Pop-Tarts ever until the second coming. It will never happen. But anyway, this is really an improvement. You were right. Your theory of swish and pour, whatever that was.
Yeah, the swish and pour. That's what I call it.
Let's patent it. Ronald J. Theriot's swish and pour.
Now, if you can figure out what that
sounds beans in Japan have been for big.
That's gibberish to me. I don't understand that.
No, they ferment. Soybeans in Asia are usually fermented in some way. Doppelbocks are really. Oh, thank you, Rukus beer. He deserves.
Yeah, here's a comment.
Oh, of all people, James P. Madonna is getting a compliment. Oh, of all people. I'm imitating someone in the fermented beverage world. Anyway. Oh,
not necessarily from Massachusetts. All right.
Where's my crystal skull? Hey, I'm starting to like this StreamYard program. Look at this thing. The comments just appear mysteriously right in front of our eyes. Drewski Brewski.
Actually, I'm kidding around, you know, but I wish Eric would join, and I wish John and Ilya would join, and I wish the whole gang would join, and I wish Backwoods Billy says, cheers, guys.
Listen, you guys, you people that are not familiar with Urine Stream Yard or whatever they call this, a Stream Yard, if you go to the top, okay, you're going to see the URL window. On the right side, you're going to see a tiny little icon of a camera. Click on that. It'll go to your browser. Click Allow StreamYard. And that's all you have to do. And you will be able to come aboard this insane pirate ship of vast knowledge.
Yeah, join in. Backwoods Billy says, what's with the screen name, Ron? Oh, that's just me being me.
He's fandangoing.
Yeah, I last week I was anti-war. And then, oh, that was 2 weeks ago. Last week I was Kellogg Briand. Motion says, have you ever had real Coke or real ale or cask ale? No, I have had real ale, the living yeast. Come to the United Kingdom and do a pub crawl, says David Etchels. Well, that does sound like something.
You know what I want to have in the United Kingdom? I want to try jellied eels very badly. It's a pub delicacy. Jellied eels.
Backwoods Billy says $159 is a good price for the single. Well, he means to write $1.59. 159 cents.
159 cents. Anybody who buys spends $159 for one single.
Yeah, 159 cents though is a good deal. It is a great deal, Backwoods Billy, up there in the Delmarva. Backwoods Billy is in the Delmarva. You should join us, Backwoods Billy. You could be on this live broadcast right now telling us about all the interesting facts that you tend to bring up.
And Backwoods reminds me of how skillful the Appalachian people are at preparing wild game for holiday get-togethers, for holiday festivals, and I've seen documentaries on it, and it looked pretty damn good, you know, what they prepared.
Right, but of course he's on the Atlantic coast of Maryland.
Oh, my aunt and uncle is from Severna Park, and my aunt started in Baltimore, and she lived in one of those row houses with the white marble steps, and then they moved to Severna Park, then they moved to St. Michael's on the Eastern Shore, Chesapeake Bay. Yeah, small world.
Yeah, he lives out there in where the University of Maryland Eastern Shore is. I've been on that Eastern Shore. I went to Delaware, top to bottom. Then we went to Maryland. Then we went to that little finger of Virginia.
That the Silver Queen corn is delicious. The Maryland Silver Queen corn. So it's white corn. I had it raw even, and it was like sweet, man. It was like really tasty. And oysters, or you can eat oysters during the R months only.
Oh, that's my policy. That's my policy. Now, I would like to go back to the Delaware, Maryland, Virginia Peninsula. Now, Robert Collins says, what's up, Jay? Still bringing the great content. Thumbs up and mug. Thank you. Cheers, he says. Now, Backwoods Billy has another comment. He says, cask ale is awesome. Heavy Seas in Annapolis, Maryland has cask ale. Also in Delmarva, Revelation Crab Brewing Company has cask ales. I'd like to try them. I'll tell you that, boy. I'd like to try them, man. Well, let me take this hat off. Go back to my normal hair.
Normal hair, and well, you're very you look not 1 month over 17 years old since you took your goatee off.
John Neely said, wow, you took off 10 years by shaving that beard. I said, oh boy. I'm 51 years old, but I don't look a day over 50. Let's see, 51. What am I going to be? What kind of content am I going to have when I'm 102? Well,
let's just tell the girls old chickens make good soup. That's all.
Yeah. And they'll say, get lost, creep.
Could I stir your soup with something? Old chickens, with my old chicken? Anyway.
and like I said, their response will be, "Get lost, creep."
Yeah, how come a gigolo can date a rich old bag, but a geezer is a creep? Double standard.
I don't write the rules.
Double standard.
I don't write the rules.
That's like a feminist. Now, even though I'm progressive, I'm gonna sound a little bit right wing. That's like a feminist saying equality, but if you want to date me, you got to pick up the tab and pay for the whole date. Hey, wait a minute. Equality works across the board. Across the board. Hold on for a second. Remember, feminism, equality goes across the board.
James P. Madonna is so right. James P. Madonna is so left wing. He's right wing. All right. Backwoods Billy says he's 55 years old here. 55. Well, I can't drive 55. Hey, that's good, Backwoods Billy. That's not a bad age. Island Natty says, chicken voodoo.
Chicken voodoo. Chicken foot. Dried chicken foot is supposed to be for protection.
Okay.
Now the border between Georgia and Alabama separates Eastern time from Central time. Now,
that's right.
If a girl is going to turn 18 years old at midnight, and she is lying across the border between Georgia and Alabama, and you see where I'm going with this? Could she get in trouble?
Hey, let's talk about Spartan. A lot of people notice that this comes in
okay, go ahead.
A green glass, and some people say that the green bottle does not protect the beer like a brown bottle. But I have to say, the green glass has not hurt this. It's still mighty fine. You got the good brown glass. That's the best glass. It protects it from light.
Is it really the best? Oh, it's dark.
Schlitz, and interestingly, in 1912, Schlitz introduced a brown bottle because their scientists found that it protected the beer from being damaged by light. And then brown bottles became the thing around the world with a lot of companies. But Schlitz, our old friends at Schlitz, which has not been family, the Schlitz family lost control of the company in 1982, unfortunately. But they did come out with that. And they used to brag on their vitamin content. Back in the 1930s, Schlitz used to put a lot of ads talking about vitamin, and it's like sunshine in the beer, and it's full of vitamins. But then, of course, with the Natty State and the do-gooders, they said, you can't have beer touting the vitamin.
Yes, you can, because brewer's yeast is very rich in B complex.
Well, what? So, after those people got a hold of it, the Neo-Puritans got a hold of it in the 1930s, they no longer could refer to the vitamin content.
Yeah, always been desiccated, liver, brewer's yeast, always very high in B complex. And so a good craft beer is like drinking a whole grain bread.
Not only did the Neo-Puritans drive us, not only do the Neo-Puritans drive us crazy today, the old Puritans drove us crazy back then.
Witch, burn her at the stake. Hey,
and now,
steak, I think I have some, I got ground bison. I still got more left. Yeah, burn her at the stake.
And so now they'll say, deviant thought, thought that is not approved, unapproved thinking, unapproved speech, burn it at the stake, burn it at the stake.
Meanwhile, they probably has so many concubines in their cabin, sneaking them through the back door. There's always hypocrisy connected with these extremists. And speaking of extremism,
I read a good article about Neo-Puritanism. What now?
Cultists. There are people out there, and one of them has feathers, and the feathers happen to be the color red, like my background. Who nobody called me devilish this time. I guess that person's not online, but there is a person with feathers, and the feathers are red. That is a cult leader. You know who I'm talking about. You You know exactly who I'm talking about. You're a punk. You understand? Fandango Friday, even Wildcard Wednesday blows away your organization by a mile. And anything that this man does, Ronald J. Theriot, blows away anything you do. Even that innocent guy from New England that goes like this, even he blows away everything you do. All right?
I'll eat some cheese whiz to that. Now, David says it has to do with morals. No morals. Yes. Well, Island Natty says, why? Uh-oh. Get ready.
Concubine. Must be a cucumbers, right? Concubine? Cucumbers? All right. Why Prima Donna comes only on Friday? No, I don't come only on Fridays. Sometimes we do Thundering Thursdays, and sometimes when he has time. It's not just me. Maniacal Monday, Sensational Saturday, Satisfied Sunday, whatever you want to call it, Titillating Tuesday. You know, I mean, I'll come on if I have alcoholic beverage, but this guy's a busy man. This Ronald J. Theriot, Cheerio.
Yeah, last night I was at a Knights of Columbus meeting, and it went kind of long, and it got me kind of tired, and then my truck wouldn't start. So then I had to go to work at 6. I had to walk a mile to go to work. You
didn't walk a mile for a Camel cigarette. You walk a mile to go to work.
I walked a mile to go to work.
And by the way, Backwoods Billy is absolutely right. Ascorbic acid is a powerful antioxidant as a preservative, not just in your body, but outside. And it will prevent rust. They did studies on in the steel industry. It does prevent oxidation outside as well as inside the body. So he's correct.
And then he says, I put that up due to clear glass, green glass, brown glass. I'm not sure I follow that comment. Uh-oh.
How much does Madonna have to drink?
Just that.
Just that. What do you want me to be? You want me to be like a robot? You want me to be like an android? What date is on the bottle of the beer? You know, you want me to be like some of these people, like a freaking android? Not the androids they're making in Japan now, and the lovely looking young ladies that talk to you. I'm talking about like boring androids. Is that how you want me to be? Oh, I'll be like that. All right, hold on. Schneider Weiss. It is a Weissen L. Swish and pour. There you go. Then I'll be like all the other stiffs. Hey, Prima Donna, where's your boob glass? Oh, that's when we do hard liquor. The boob glass is in a safe place. If I got three different kinds of vodka waiting in the wings.
Yeah, we'll have to do hard liquor because I'm not going to buy any more vodka for a long time, but we'll have to buy hard liquor. But
yeah, because if right wing Cheerio J. Theriot wants to do a hard liquor, or an open forum hard liquor, then of course the boob glass will make its appearance.
Yes, I would be open to doing that. In fact,
cheers, Ronnie S. And also John and Nelly was watching before too, right?
I'm not sure if John and Nelly was watching, but I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm sorry. Somebody started sending me from text messages. He wanted to know if I went on a trip to his town tomorrow, would I bring him a case of Bud Ice? And I said yes. All right. Now, Bud Ice. It's different than Budweiser because Bud Ice is draft beer. It's not pasteurized and it's stronger. Okay. Ronnie S. says, cheers, Ron and James. Hey, Ronnie S.
You know that Qingdao. I know I mention it every time I have dinner at the Duck King. That Qingdao, it reminds me of a Modelo. It is a very pleasant, refreshing tasting. What would you call it? Is it a form of macro? Kind of?
Well, sort of like that. Qingdao was introduced in, I think, 1904 in the city of Qingdao, Tsingtao, as people said. They didn't really know how to make the beer, so what they did was they brought some guys from England over there, and the English said, oh boy, let me show you how to make some lager. So they started making it, and it became very popular. And then Americans couldn't get it. But then after Nixon did his non-aggression treaty or non-aggression agreement with China,
Chairman Mao, right,
in 1972, as Nixon called it, the week that changed the world.
That was Mao Qingdao Tung, the Chairman Mao Qingdao Tung.
Right. And so after they had their meeting in 1972, then Qingdao has been available in the U.S. ever since for 47 straight years after that meeting.
It was first served in the Chinese massage parlors, actually.
I have never been to any of those places. So now I like James the Robot.
I am dedicated to my hobby. I am an anal retentive fermented beverage fanatic. I have no sense of humor. Do you understand me?
Now, Backwoods Billy has some. We understand. He put that up. Backwoods Billy always has interesting comments because he's like me. He's forever reading about beer and stuff. And then Craig Swenson says, oh, he's being silly now. Craig Swenson said, I'm drinking Zima bourbon barrel aged, delicious. Yeah, sure.
No, read what Backwoods Billy. No, the oxidation one. That was good. That was educational. There you go. Instead of saying, what's the age on the bottle of your beer? You know, this, at least you're learning something. All right, here we go. That's true.
We appreciate it. I always appreciate Backwoods Billy's comments because they're always so interesting, you know. Alan Natty says, no Bud Ice in Canada, but Lone Star is brewed now in Ontario. How you like that? A Texas beer brewed in Ontario. Sounds so appropriate. Like Japanese beer brewed in Los Angeles.
Well, what's a Genesee Cream Ale is almost in Ontario, right? Rochester, New York.
Yeah, it's not far.
And that's another great tasting macro of sorts.
Yeah, I agree. Fried, I saw that with Lone Star. Albino Rhino talked about it. Oh, he did? I didn't know that.
Chicken foot. Voodoo chicken foot. All right. Well, watched the great Titanic documentary last night. It was very interesting. Yeah, I saw that. They discovered some new things after what, like 14 or 16 years or so before. No comment. Drinking Oktoberfest session.
Aldi. Oh yeah, we might be getting an Aldi in Louisiana soon. I hear.
Interesting. President Trump's.
Oh boy, on now.
Somebody kidnapped little baby Trump. You bastard! I bet Krampus stole it. Screw it. I can't find baby. Hey, baby Trump, where are you? Baby Trump disappeared. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. Anyway, that's it. Oh, here's baby Trump.
Cheers to you, Joe.
Walls are wonderful. Oh, my wall. I'm gonna rub my crotch up against the wall.
Hey, stop picking on my guy. I voted for him.
Oh, I'm so excited about my wall. Walls work. I want everybody to understand walls work. I love walls, especially with my name on it. I will get off rubbing my crotch against the wall.
All right, I'm the wall.
All right. All right, the wall. That was the song, right? The wall. Wasn't it Wall Rock album? Yeah.
Genesee was the one who invented the cream ale style of beer, a hybrid of ale and lager. Yeah, back in 1960, it's a lager that has ale characteristics, and it's a fascinating product. And I think it's the best beer they make, except maybe their 12-horse ale. Maybe their 12-horse ale is the best, but you can't get it anymore. They only sell it at the brewery from time to time. They said, I said, why y'all don't sell it anymore? He said, we we would sell it at the store and nobody would buy it and it would all go expired. So
nobody will buy it. You know how much it costs over here? $4.50 for 6 bottles. Genesee Cream Ale.
Not the Genesee Cream Ale. I'm talking about it was the 12-horse ale.
Oh.
He said nobody would buy it and it was just going to waste, so they stopped selling it. I mean, he's got a point. What's the point of selling a beer that nobody buys? I mean, it's.
Well, it's good to have, from a retail standpoint, it's good to have a wide variety of what's out there.
Before, but they have a porter that they put out every year. They put out some other variants, so they do it. They do that. Well, let's see.
I love it too.
All right. Tomorrow I got to wake up and do Dawn Busters.
Don't forget to check. Well, if you happen to be an early riser, boing, check out Dawn Busters, and don't forget to join if you have a passion for fermented beverages. Alcohol Legs on Facebook. His group.
Yes, and so I have Dawn Busters tomorrow with blended Scotch whiskey, and then there won't be any other live broadcast tomorrow that I believe, and then Sunday morning, if possible, I'll do another Dawn Busters with blended Scotch whiskey, and then next week. Well, next week, I think we have a lot of exciting things lined up. In fact, okay, thanks, Craig. He said you'll be tuning in for Dawn Busters.
You know, you might as well if you got the whiskey. I mean, you're up that early anyway, right? So.
Yeah. Yes. The other day I woke up at 2:30 a.m. But I know you would hate that, you know.
No, well, I usually, honestly, after watching South Park, I usually go to bed about 3 a.m. You know,
you're hitting the stack when I'm waking up.
Yeah, and then there's people I talk to, you know, certain females, and then, but I know sometimes the Emerald Mystic and Krampus is going from dimension to dimension. He's doing interdimensional and parallel universal travel. But you never know.
Right. I had Krampus haunt my broadcast a couple of times, and I had, but I never had Morgus the Magnificent show up. And Morgus, Dr. Alexander Momus Morgus, he's a 37th degree Mason, and if Dr. Morgus ever showed up with his assistant Chopsley. Chopsley's an executioner. He wears an executioner's outfit, Chopsley. Boy, oh boy, you never know what would happen. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Dr. Morgus and his executioner assistant, Chopsley, but
that's a clever name, Chopsley. But I know the Emerald Mystic is supposed to totally expose and bash a certain restaurant and nightclub in Edgewater known as Pier 115, and he has a lot to say about it. And you know how he likes to expose people and entities that deserve to be exposed. The Emerald Mystic. Krampus just comes around the holidays when all the bratty kids take tantrums and all that stuff. You know. But anyway.
Yeah.
The Emerald Mystic. Oh, I'm off the air. I'm off the air. But we must still continue doing reviews, even though I'm off the air. Yes, what is the date on the bottom of that bottle, Michael? Oh, Michael, where are you? There he is.
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun at Michael's place. I sure did. And then I went to the Mets game and I saw a no-hitter. And another person who joined us was a man from Israel named Mati, and a man who is known as Giant Space Monkey.
Oh, God.
And we had
when you went to Alabama, when you were Alabama bound, did you see Jean-Pierre?
I didn't go to Mobile this time. I went to Birmingham.
Oh, but, it's far from him then.
Yeah, but Giant Space Monkey walked with me to the subway. Now, let's see. Backwoods Billy says, as for the economy, We are currently and have been in a demand pull inflationary period. Next, we are headed for stagflation, then a possible recession. No one else is saying this.
They don't say it because the media consists of pusillanimous, pipsqueak, spineless corporate whores. They don't dare tell you like it is. They're all pussies. I'm telling you. If maybe I should run like some of the new freshmen that got elected. Maybe I should run.
Well.
No, backwards knows what he's talking about.
Okay, well, that brings us to the end of another Fandango Friday. And James is going to close this out with a musical selection.
And welcome. You have just been on our fermented beverage pirate ship. Till we meet again. Till we meet again.
Until we meet again.
And don't mistake in this devilish background. There's nothing devilish going on our shows. Or is there? Remember Boris Karloff when he went, drink, wine, good. Remember? And then the fire, he saw the fire, he went, roar. No, Bela Lugosi, I saw that.